4, 3, 2, 1. Michael, give us some muscle shots. We're live on air. No, not brain muscle.
I'm
Real
going to do
muscle.
the voiceover for Michael. I'm going to do the voiceover. Namaste, everyone. My name is Michael. This is this beautiful smile of mine. Right now I'm in the gym, and I got a little surprise for all the ladies out there. Let me adjust this camera. Well, wait a minute. That was too fast, you know. Okay. So this is my very beautiful smile. Every radiant. Uh-oh, that's that glare he gets when he gets a bill in the mail. He showed us. Wow, look at that. What a lazy
Well,
town. He's the only person in that gym.
my God, man, you got that. You own that place, man. Where the hell is everybody on a Friday night, Saturday morning, wherever you are?
Bellying up at the bar. But look, check out those pectoral muscles again. And look at the
Shit,
sunlight coming
Michael's
through.
got it. Yeah, he's putting in the work.
What does that do? Was that a cosmic guy in there with him? Did
Shit,
you
you
see
got a
that?
Pleiadian being in there with you.
Yeah,
One. Yeah, I saw him.
that. What the hell?
Man, I saw him. Yeah, it's the only one there. Yeah, they knew he felt lonely.
I think the other
And the
guys
ladies are going to
once
be down his floor.
exactly. Everybody's now Michael. The ladies want to know what gym you're at right now. They're like just an address will suffice.
Yeah, a city, a country.
He's wasting no time. He's taking us straight to the shower room.
Look at that. He's headed, man. Across the disco floor.
Oh, this is where it happens.
Well, only for him, apparently. Look at that. Look at, man, that thing couldn't be more dead if you were in the middle of the
You know what?
New
This is
Mexico desert.
Michael is actually, you know, he's actually doing an advertisement right now on how bad it is in America, you know, because people talk about how we're an obese nation, and Michael's like, look at this. I'm standing in one of the most awesome gyms a person could possibly be in right now. It's got all the facilities.
Yeah.
There are free milkshakes. You know, I don't know what's holding you people back. Come on, fellow Americans. You know, you need to get off the couch. Put down those
Damn,
potato
man.
chips.
You could hear a pin drop in that place. Damn.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Emerson, and my message today is I'm at Global Gym, and
I'm the only one in the fucking country here.
oh, look at that. What's he going up to?
State of the art. Look at that.
I want to get on that
That looks
machine.
like that stuff the Russian was working out on Rocky 5, man. Wow.
There we
Rocky
go.
4, excuse me. Shit, the employees have all went home even.
But what he's doing, in all honesty, uh, jokes aside for about 10 seconds, because Larry and I can't help ourselves. This
Mhm.
is part of it, you know, for a fit mind and a fit body, and to fire up those chakras, and for an ascendancy is part of this. Is you know your body is a temple, and you need to keep it fit and keep it clean. And this is what he's doing right here. This is Michael Emerson,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen out there, keeping fit, keeping strong, keeping energized. You saw it. I mean, he was, and you know what time? That wasn't 7 a.m. people. That was 3:30 p.m. afternoon, and no one
Yeah,
else
no
was
doubt
there.
about it. And messages too, that calmness like that calmness, all knowing. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't surprise me.
Luke has a question, and I'm sure it's on a lot of people's minds.
Yes.
Just to sum it up, I go by the name Jonathan Dupree because he was a basketball player that I had liked a lot, and there was also and coincidentally enough, there was a magician in Texas named Jonathan Dupree that I used to follow. So I kind of like took that as a name, and also because some people are just very clever at um, social engineering on these social networking sites. So
Mhm.
that was sort of to throw people off track, like, oh, his name's Jason, but what's this Jonathan Dupree? It makes the women very suspicious, so it keeps them off the
That's what I
case.
figured. That's what I figured, bro. So I didn't even bother asking. But that, yeah, that's exactly what I figured was the third thing you said, that it was just either a cover or, I don't know. I mean, what's in a name? But, I hear you. When, you're dealing with people still thinking in 3D sometimes,
Yeah.
I guess it's relevant. So Michael apparently got all excited on the treadmill and maybe the shock of seeing another person walk in the gym got him.
It was somebody was standing outside thinking about going inside. Someone's
And he's
outside
like,
right now
whoa.
driving around in their Ford Taurus just doing loops around the gym building. He's like, that's the only exercise you're gonna see from me today.
Yeah, I bet the bar across the street or next door is crowded though.
Absolutely. But I bet you there is a guy. Last night he was watching one of those shows and he's like, you know what, I had enough. I'm going down to the gym tomorrow. But he got
Yeah.
in his Ford Taurus. Once he saw the gym, saw that equipment, saw Michael standing there, he got a bit intimidated and he's like, you know what? Not today. So he's just doing laps around the building
Yes.
in his Ford Taurus
Yes.
while driving.
I can see that. If I saw Michael sitting there posing without his shirt off, I might think twice about it too. Right. Yeah. I wonder where he's at. What country, I wonder, is he out of without giving out too much on air? Is he in the United States?
Michael, yeah, he's in the States.
Okay. Yeah, well that says it all why the gym's empty then, don't it? You were right. Yeah.
But you
Good
know,
God.
I can guarantee you at Carl Jr.'s, at Hardee's, that line in that
Mhm.
drive-through and those registers is just packed to the
Yeah.
brim right now because you can get two
Right.
cheese and mushroom melts for $2.
You can, and depending on if you're east or west of the Rockies, it would be Hardee's east of the Rockies, Carl's Jr. west. Kind of like with the radio stations and TV, it's W east and K. They start with a K on the east, or I mean, they start with a K out west.
I didn't know that.
How I know that, don't ask. Yeah, yeah, they do. Most radio and TV stations were set up like that. They start with a K west of the Rockies, east of the Rockies, it's with a W. Just like Best Foods mayonnaise is called Hellman's east of the Rockies.
Uh, Luke, your name actually comes up as Luke Lavell in this chat group, but when I typed your name in, it was Galactic Luke.
Yeah.
And I also just wanted to say that that must have been a tremendous amount of pressure on you by your father and everybody, expecting a lot from you and trying to get you to turn to the dark side. And I want to say one of the most epic moments was when you went up against the Rancor um, in Empire Strikes Back. I mean, that thing was huge, and I was impressed. That's all I got to say. Absolutely.
Oh, big time.
But Larry, I wanted to speak to you because I was thinking, because like you got this Pleiadian Express, which is in and of itself a talk show, an extension of a radio show, and then I was thinking, why not Pleiadian Press, which is like you see it, people can't help it but to discuss
Yeah,
politics,
because you
right?
posted it. But yeah, and I'm going to interrupt you right now because you really kind of synchronistically freaked me out. I saw that you posted that. Dude, it's been on my mind the last 2 weeks, seriously, and I almost hit you with this the other night. I said, Jason, what would you think of doing a daily or bi-daily Pleiadian press about what's going on in the world as it relates to star seeds and shit, right? And then I'm like, God damn, read my mind again. Yeah, but go ahead, bro. But yeah, totally. I had to say that.
Well, I want to welcome back Michael, and also want to welcome the wonderful lady Steph. And Luke said that that's what just came to his head as well. So synchronicity is here.
Yeah, we thought maybe Michael saw another person walk in the gym and had a stroke or something.
Oh, I think we can hear him.
We can hear him doing yes. Either that or the cheesy music we have over the loudspeaker. He's going to sit down and do some bench presses or leg squats for us.
Oh, now it's just rubbing it in.
No shit. Yeah, really. Yeah, come on, man. Oh.
Okay, that's 3. I'm
Yeah, look
counting.
at that. 4. I see another person. Wait, that's the mirror in the background. Just a minute.
Hey, do you hear it? Do you hear it? The music?
Yeah, what is it?
Hey, I can hear you guys.
Yes.
Hello?
Hey, man, how's it going, brother?
Hey.
Hey, bro.
Good, man. Hey, how you doing?
Are you feeling lonely there in that
Hold on a sec.
gym? Jesus, man.
Larry, I'll step off the mic so you can talk to Michael,
There
and
we
then
go.
there's not a lot of feedback.
Wait, hold on. Technical difficulties.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, are you feeling lonely in that gym or what, man? Is there anybody there? Did the employees go home?
It's so cool here. There's like, it's almost completely empty, which is
Yeah.
really nice. Working out this
Well,
time
yeah,
of night.
man.
You get all the machines to myself.
Oh. Well, yeah. I was gonna say, man. Gee, you said almost completely. Man, doesn't look like there's a soul inside at every shot I've seen of you.
Yeah. No, it's good, bro. This is my
Yeah.
usual time to come work out this time of night.
Yeah, relaxing, cool. I bet the bar down the street though is packed. I bet the bar is packed, or the donut shop is packed close by though. Oh, man. So that's the report from the gym. Jason, what do you got to say about all that?
It's looking amazing, man. Absolutely. I was just like, wow.
Let me see if I can turn the camera around so you guys can see it here. It's such a fancy gym. You know, there's a video of I don't know if you guys are familiar with Coco and Ice-T. Have you heard of her?
Yes, I was a big Ice-T fan growing up, and I know of the show. Yes.
Okay, so you know Coco, right?
Yeah.
There's a machine over here because she works out in this gym. I'm going to show you. And you can look it up on YouTube. It's like a surfing machine. Just come over to it without looking too. Can you see it? There. That's like the surfing machine she did this YouTube video on about maybe a couple months ago when she was here. You can find it on YouTube. Let me see what to do. Kettlebells. Or hanging knee raises or kettlebells. Which one?
Hanging knee raises.
Okay, that's a good one. Good abs. Sure. Right. We gotta do this with the phone. Hold on a second, guys.
And Larry needs to check his Facebook message that I just sent him.
Okay, I'll give you right back.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm done for tonight. I can't take this in the men's locker room, but I'll show you guys the upstairs. It's really cool. Look, my gym has an elevator. The irony.
An elevator.
And dude, check out this rock climbing wall. This is the rock climbing wall.
That is sweet. I would be all over that.
Uh, 60-foot 60-foot rock climbing wall inside my gym. Oh, you haven't seen anything until you see the pool this place has. It's really nice. It's called Lifetime Fitness. Have you guys heard of it?
That one doesn't ring a bell to me. Lifetime Fitness, no. That is in the out
No.
West Coast.
Yeah. Well, I think they got them. They're sprouting up everywhere.
That place is as huge as a hospital. Sif, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
It's good to hear your voice. How are you doing?
You can't hear me. No, yeah, I can hear you. But my tablet has some different meanings on where I'm supposed to be at some time.
We know that feeling. So are you looking forward to this Pleiadian Woodstock in Iceland?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have some people I have to call back on Monday. They are looking into things for me.
I just wanted to say to you, first and foremost,
This is huge.
is first time speaking to you, so love and light to you, and namaste, Sif, and a really huge thank you on behalf of myself and all of us for doing this and trying to put the pieces together. I know that Luke is over there very giddy, playing with his hands and his nappy sack, and he's just he's looking forward to this, and I know everybody is looking forward to this.
Wait.
Well, it's my pleasure.
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Okay. That's it.
He's making his way to the locker room.
Yeah. No. It's like a family change room, but there's no one here.
Oh, okay.
It goes out to like a pool area. Check this out. You get out?
Wow.
Is that dope or what? Now this is the
That is
indoor
totally dope.
pool. Right? Wait, I gotta show you the outdoor. You guys are gonna love this.
Oh.
It's all
That
like
gym is bigger
warm
than the
water.
town I was born in.
Me too, right?
I mean, that's...
You guys
Man.
have idea.
Are you seeing this, Larry?
They have a Walmart that big where I'm at, but I'm not as impressed by the Walmart as this gym, man. Good God. Look at that. And you can even hear the birds chirping.
Oh, look at this. Check it out. A slide. Look at the water. You have no idea how big this pool is.
Oh,
God,
totally
I'm
own that
thinking
slide.
spring
It's the
break.
parking.
Wow.
Larry, be honest, when you see that slide, you want to go down on it on your belly, don't you?
Yeah, dude, I really, really do to start with. They're very, yeah. It would be, you're not too far off from like roller coasters or heights, but I'm sure Michael just goes right at it and like, boom.
My gosh.
Yeah. I'd still be making my way down and he'd have several trips in.
There you go, Starseeds. You know,
Well, there you have it.
get in shape. If he comes back, Larry, and okay.
The Wi-Fi. Yes, I'm back. Sorry.
We want to see you working. We want to see you working out, man, because we got a song for you.
Yeah, we've got a song for you. We've got a song for you.
Oh, check out the aircraft. What is up with that? Can you guys see that? Oh, you guys can't. Wait, let me reverse it.
Oh, if some object you see in the sky, that looks very strange.
He's got a foreign object.
Look, this is the gym, the outside of the gym here. Is that cool or what?
It looks like a palace, man. Yeah, I mean.
Awesome out here. I'm going to just chill on one of these lounge chairs for now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Jason. I think we're gonna have trouble getting to work out again. I've got the song ready to roll, bro, but okay, that is a Nordic right there we're talking to. That is a Nordic Pleiadian for sure.
And I kind of put two and two together. You know, he was showing that object that was in the sky right now that he commented on he thought was a plane, right? But you always notice that whenever people see these objects in the sky, you never see Jane Hermstad. When you see Jane Hermstad, you don't see the objects in the sky. So it's kind
That's
of
a
like
goddamn
that
good
point. You know, it's like that Clark Kent Superman kind of.
Yeah, Jane's going to be eating her heart out watching the playback of this.
Okay, now we're cool. I'm just going to lounge out here for a bit.
Oh, man.
All right.
So how's it going, guys?
Good, man. How are you?
I couldn't hear anything in the first half of the conversation, and I felt kind of like that douchey guy who's always on his telephone in the middle of the gym. Even though there's like 5 people, I was like, oh no, I'm that guy. Where everyone hates because he's so into technology that he's texting people on the treadmill. But no, it's all good. You got to see that video. I don't have the link for you, but if you do like a YouTube search for Coco on at the gym, like you'll see her like on that surf machine that I was pointing out to you. That's kind of funny. But yeah, she goes to this gym. It's in a nice area of town. I live in a nice area of town, so it's a nice gym over here. And I'm really blessed with that. But
what city are you in, Michael?
Las Vegas.
If you don't mind saying what?
Las Vegas.
Okay. Cool.
But I don't live in the city. I live about 15 miles west of the city in a subdivision called Summerlin.
Okay.
But I'm still thinking of moving. Yeah, because it's so hot here in the summertime. I can't really get out until nighttime. Like right now, I think it's like 99 degrees here right now. So it's actually really good for me to go swimming if I was going to. The water does look inviting.
I spent 2 weeks there about 20 years or about 15 years ago as a young executive for a training session, man, and it didn't vibe with me at all because of my Northwest roots. And maybe out in the suburbs they've got trees and shit, but I didn't see a tree. I was 50 floors up. Yeah, it was really bad time for me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I don't really care for the desert either much. I'm thinking about actually getting like a place in Utah so I can grow my own food and just kind of, settle down to a more, I don't know, something a little bit more green and atmosphere around me. I live next to Red Rock National Park, so there's some nice hiking trails in there, but you can't do them in the summertime. You have to wait till the winter time before you can hike them, but it's beautiful.
So, hey, they actually do have suburban neighborhoods there, right? Because I was wondering that the whole time I was there.
Oh, yeah, the whole town. Here? The whole town is suburban all around Las Vegas. It's just the center of the city where the downtown and all the strip area it's all casinos and commercial buildings, but there's no, because it's catering to the tourist industry, but it's not, there's regular people that live here. We don't gamble. We don't do any, most people don't anyway. They just kind of live here. Yeah.
Yeah, casinos will suck the soul out of you.
Yeah, here's a casino right next to me, actually. Let me show you. I live right next to the Red Rock Casino. I don't think you could see it. Let me see if I can flip the camera around. You can see the top of the building over there. Those little lights between the palm tree and the thing. I don't know if I can get it high enough here. You can kind of see it there. But it's the Red Rock Casino. Yeah. It's a really nice casino. It's only a couple miles from my house, like 2. And, oops, where'd I go? Still trying to navigate this app thing. Okay. But Yeah, it's really cool. The benefit to living in Las Vegas, the biggest benefit here is everything is 24 hours. So if I need something in the middle of the night for whatever reason, 11 p.m. or 1 a.m., I can go to the store and get it. So there's an Albertsons right next to my house, 24 hours. So that's really nice.
Really, they've closed all the Albertsons out west here, out in Oregon and Washington, and yeah, I didn't know any existed still. Wow, cool.
Check out the pool. Is that cool?
Extremely.
Isn't it inviting? Look at this. Look at that slide right there. It's dope. There's two of them. There's actually two slides right there.
That's totally dope. I'm feeling that. Look at that swimming pool. That's like an Olympian.
I feel the enthusiasm. Yeah, it's really great, man. I wish we were all there. Well, he had a he'll be back.
I mean, I'm telling you, like that pool was so amazing. I mean, I'm already sold on everything that I've seen. Now, if they really wanted to, like, you know, or Jane there in a bathing suit, then that's it. It's like, you know, sealed. The deal is sold.
Yeah, Victoria, please.
Watch this, guys. I have this waterproof iPhone too, so I'm gonna give you guys a little dip in the pool, okay?
Throw us in there. I'm underwater. Oh my God! See how long I can hold my breath.
Cool. Not that deep. Yeah, but this is cool.
Whoa.
It's a really cool place.
I'm glad you took me out of there.
Yeah, it is, man. Jeez. Who'd want to leave? I could see why you'd want to be. Man, I'd want to be there all day, man, or all night. Is it crowded during the day, though, Michael, there?
There's not too bad, actually. The gym is a bit pricey, so there's kind of a barrier to entry for most people. It's like $120 a month. So most people don't go to this gym. So it's not too bad. It's not too crowded. You guys there?
That equipment, I can only imagine. I'm here. I can only imagine what it costs to build that thing.
Oh yeah. Lifetime Fitness. It's a nice gym. But I can live with it. Or I can live without it. I also do running and stuff, so I don't mind to go to like someplace like Utah where maybe they won't have as nice as a gym as this or anything, but I'll still get the outdoors and hiking. I really love hiking. That's my big thing. So.
Well, plenty of that in Utah, man. Especially if you're talking about moving to Utah.
Dude, I did
Rockies, man.
I did Mount Charleston this year, earlier this year, about 2 months ago, and it was an 18-miler, 12,000-foot peak. I mean, it was totally grueling, but I loved it. It was an all-day event.
Hey, Michael, I wanted to ask you something if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, first of all, since this first time talking to you, I wanted to say love and light to you and namaste.
Hey, namaste.
And I just wanted to ask, like, for trainers, they have trainers there at the gym, and then, like, how much would it be, like, if you employed a trainer to help you with the fitness aspects?
Oh, I don't know. I know they have trainers running around here, but I assume that they're pretty expensive. I don't know how much they cost or anything. I know that they have this point system here at the gym where we accumulate points every month by being a membership, and I never spend my points, but I know it can go towards personal training or some of the other benefits that they have here. But I don't know how much the trainers are actually.
Do they have any female trainers that may do massages? I'm just wondering.
Maybe. I don't know. They have female trainers here, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if they do massages or anything, but
it's funny. That's more synchronicity because Luke had the same question. He PM'd me, but he was a little shy to ask.
About trainers?
About the massages. Massages.
No, I have seen trainers run around here and do massages with people in the gym while they were working out. They'll stretch them and they'll they'll do things, but I never inquired to it because I've been working out since I was 13 years old, so I know how to do it, you know, because I learned it, you know, when I was younger. So I never had the need for a trainer, you know, or I know how to push myself, so I never inquired.
Yeah, you can see that, honestly. I mean, you are definitely fit. And
Yeah, which leads me to my next question, Michael. I bet since you're so fit like that, I bet a lot of these physical ascension symptoms people get, I bet you don't really feel them at all, do you, much?
Can you repeat that question? Physical ascension?
Yeah, yeah, because of your fitness and how long you've been working out, right, and the shape you're in. I bet you don't feel much of the ascension symptoms, do you, that people talk about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like, oh, yeah, exactly. Probably not. Like physical aches, like, well,
I get ringing in
bail
my
me out here,
ears.
Jason.
I get ringing in my
Right,
ears.
that part I bet.
But
Yeah.
I don't get my aches come from my workouts. I know that. I don't think that they're anything spiritual. They just come from, you know, working out and, you know, just natural overuse of the body. But
and you
I
are,
don't sorry, go ahead.
no, that was my apologies for interjecting.
Hmm,
You're
no worries.
90% vegetarian or all the way?
You know, I'm vegetarian, but mostly vegan, to be honest with you. Like once in a while I'll have cheese, but mostly vegan for the past couple of years, actually. And, you know, I understand what it is because I've been a meat eater, you know, I mean, not a meat eater, but like mix it up, a herbivore most of my life. So I didn't
Yeah.
gain this muscle from eating just veggies because I've been both most of my life. But for the past 3 years, I have maintained this muscle, and I've actually I'm probably in the best shape of my life right now. I'm 43, by the way.
Wow.
Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Larry and I who are complete, you know, men's men saying wow. So just wait till the ladies see this.
Yeah, man, really, because I wish I
Thanks.
was in that kind of shape because I feel like it would help with some of the physical ascension symptoms that we get,
I'll tell
the
you what,
cramps.
guys. I don't know about the physical ascension symptoms that you're experiencing, but I'll tell you what. When I do like hikes and stuff, and I do strenuous exercise, that's when I feel the most creative. That's when I feel the highest elated feelings, and it could be partially because of chemicals, you know, dopamine, serotonin releasing in my body and whatnot, and they call it runner's high. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing like a strenuous mountain climb or rock climbing or cardio, or especially if I'm outdoors and I'm doing a real strenuous activity, there's nothing that grounds me more spiritually than that. I swear to God, it just puts me right in alignment with everything. I feel thoughts come to me through the collective consciousness. I ask for questions and I receive answers immediately. And it's weird. I
Mm-hmm.
get it when I'm doing like treadmill and when I'm doing, this sounds hilarious, I know, right? But I get it when I'm doing treadmill or elliptical and I get going really good. And I say, what is, you know, and these thoughts start coming to me like, what do I want to develop for my next app? What's going to be a really good app to develop? And I know that's not exactly spiritual related, but it's, how do I say,
Consciousness.
exactly, I'm tapping into the collective conscious to guide me what I can do financially that keeps me going so that I can do other things, you know, so I can have more free time. And so that's how I've been able to be successful financially, you know, to this point.
So I
You
take
know
it,
what?
you know, you've been working out your whole life. Have you ever drank? Have you ever used any
Oh
like
yeah,
weed when you were younger?
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you have. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, as far as like drugs go, I haven't done any psychedelics. I think, well, I took what somebody gave me once, was they said it was ecstasy, and but that was like 20 years ago, and I don't think ecstasy was popular back then. And then when I talked to my son, who
No.
has done ecstasy on a regular basis, uh, he said no, that the effects that you had weren't that, because I was explaining to him that I was seeing things and all this other kind of stuff, and I had this big like 18-hour crash, and he's like, no, they gave you something else. So I don't know what it was that I took, but that was just a one-time thing. What I have done was I used to smoke weed in my 20s, for a couple years. And I just drink occasionally, maybe a beer every 2 weeks or maybe a month.
Okay.
Just on, you know, special occasion. But I do try to keep most pollutants out of my body on a conscious daily basis. Anything that I feel is not good for it, I try to keep it out, whether that's sugars or alcohols or things like that. But I indulge once in a while. I have cookies, I have beer, I have chips here and there.
Yeah, 20 years ago, X really wasn't around. We had kind of the hybrid of it. It would be like mixing methamphetamine with LSD. So, I mean, it's possible you could have had a variation of X, but I don't know. I haven't done it in about 20 years.
I don't think
Chicago.
it was. My son
Wow.
was he's 22. My son's 22, and yeah, I know that through his younger years he got into some drugs and stuff, and he's experimenting around quite a bit with these things. And he said, you know, we openly talk about it now, but back then I was in parent mode and I was like, no, you know. So we had our conflict, you know, when he was younger. But now that he's older, it's kind of like done and past. But he had stated to me, like, well, I told him about what the experience was like. I told him that I had this like elated high for about 18 hours, and I was just really emotional and feeling really good, and everything was fantastic. And then I had 18 hours where I was literally seeing shit crawl on my ceiling that looked like demons. They were like black shadows swirling around. He's like, no, that's not ecstasy. So, and I was so depressed too. And I was like, there was this really big high coming up, and then there was like this really big bad come down from it. And I never did it again after that. I was like, no, I don't like this.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't know what it was. I'm sure it was some kind of psychedelic mixed with something else. But it wasn't it was 20 years ago, and it was like when ecstasy wasn't popular. So yeah,
exactly. It was only available in like a couple places of the world at that point. So I doubt very seriously it was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And your son would know.
Yeah, my son would know because he's done it. He's done these things, so he knows the difference. So yeah, that was my experience with ecstasy. It's pretty crazy.
You know what? You're not able to see it on your side, Michael, because on this side is where Larry does the editing, right, of the videos. So the part when you said, I haven't tried psychedelics, and then on the screen it went ... yet ... YET. So Larry edited the video. He does that. But when I tried that in Chicago, the first time, I mean, the stuff that I got a hold of was very powerful was cut with mescaline. And once you actually feel that and you get that very euphoric feeling all over your body, almost sort of like, I'm sure everybody here has had what I call pins and needles, where you slept on an arm or a leg, and it kind of like, it's a funny feeling. It's like, it's painful, but at the same time too, it's not like a deep pain. But then what was strange was just like blowing on your finger or just gently licking your finger, and it's like, wow, that feels nice. And it was just euphoric through and through. But the problem is I think somehow that messes with the serotonin levels of the body, and it manipulates certain organisms to draw out that feeling, and that's why the big crash and the big come down, and you really, really feel very depressed off of that stuff. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
really
maybe it was something like that I took. I'm not sure. It wasn't a pill, and it was like brownish powder inside of a pill that somebody had actually put inside the pill. It wasn't like a manufactured pill, so I don't know what was in it. It could have been crushed up shrooms or mescaline or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like crushed up shrooms to me.
Yeah. But it's good. It was an interesting experience. I know a lot of people on these like spiritual forums and stuff, they talk about DMT, they talk about
ayahuasca, yeah.
Ayahuasca, that's exactly, you were reading my mind again, Jason. And I actually watched a documentary on Netflix the other night about ayahuasca and how these people were doing it, and you really got to do it in a proper environment with a proper shaman to kind of walk you through the process and stuff. It's not a recreational drug as maybe a lot of youngsters think it is, but the way that they were explaining it, it's kind of like a ceremonial thing that you do, and you get really in touch with nature. through it, and it's not like a feeling good type of high. It's like a more inner exploratory thing. So I might do something like that someday. Right now I'm just really focused on developing my apps and trying to and games, and then trying to do some other things. What I want to do is I want to make an app for this is going to sound kind of crazy, but it's crazy smart actually, because I'm really good at this, at making video games and apps. And what I want to do is I want to make an app that's going to be a permanent revenue source for saving animals. And what I would do is I would make a video game. It's going to be a pet rescue game. Have you seen Dogtown, the series on Netflix?
Only the skateboarders from the
No.
70s.
Okay, no. It's a different one. It's called Dogtown. It's a TV series, and what it does is it showcases this animal shelter called Best Friends Animal Shelter in Utah, and basically it's the world's largest animal shelter, right? They take them in from all over the country. They took in Mike Vick's pit bulls after he got put in prison and whatnot, and what they do is they rehabilitate dogs, and they get them back out, to the public. And many of these dogs come in, and not just dogs, but horses and all kinds of animals, cats and whatnot. So these animals come in, they either were hit by cars, or they were abused, or they were in dog fighting rings, or all these different scenarios. And they're pretty mangy and battered, and just, they're ready to be euthanized, by most people's standards. They're like, okay, there's no saving this. And what this place does is it actually takes in these animals that are on their last straw and says, we're going to rehabilitate them, we're going to train them, we're going to clean them up, and we're going to get them into good homes. And that's exactly what they do. And they showcase this in a TV series, and it's beautiful. All the people that work there are volunteers, and they kind of explain what they do, from the trainers to the veterinarians. And every scenario that was coming in, I was just so inspired by this that I said, I need to develop an app that does the exact same thing as this. It's going to be like a game, like a pet rescue game. And what's going to happen is going to be completely 100% non-profit. So no profit for the developers whatsoever. All the money goes directly back to the animals. And here's how it's going to be done. Because this is my expertise. I develop video games. I'm sure you guys have played some video games and are familiar with in-app purchases, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to make some of the in-app purchases in there. Well, any in-app purchases, any revenues generated from the game, I want to get in contact with animal shelters first that I want to be able to get this money to, and then have the money go directly to them from any of the in-app purchases made. I want to do a Kickstarter campaign to hire the programmers to be able to start this whole thing, and then I'll be doing the art for free. I just need about a good 6 or 8 months of free time where I'm completely devoid of all my other responsibilities, and I could just focus on doing the art for this game. And then I would do that, purely voluntary. And then put this app out, get millions of downloads, because what it's also going to be doing is bringing awareness to the millions of people out there who have no idea about rescuing animals, and how do I say this? How animals, how it's better to rescue an animal, to take one from like an animal shelter, than it is to buy one, right, from a pet store. And if most of the public knew what these animals went through, and they would feel the empathy for them and the compassion for them, they would be adopting them. And to me, the awareness that this would bring about the abuse of animals, about how they're in need of these kind of things, I see this helping. I guess in short, I'm kind of jumbling my words here because my thoughts are really scattered on this right now, but in short, this app is going to be really, really big, affecting millions of people. Because I don't know if you guys know who I am in regards to the video game development community, but I'm a developer, video game developer with 13 years experience. I've worked on Star Wars, Call of Duty, and a bunch of other really high-profile games, right?
You did awesome with Call of Duty, man. You guys, wow.
Thank you. Yeah, World of War. I worked on World of War. But I also developed an app called My Virtual Girlfriend and My Virtual Boyfriend, which is for iPhone. Between the two apps, I got 4 million downloads. 4 million. That's 4 with a million behind it, right? So
that is so awesome.
Yeah, it's huge, right? So here's the thing. what I learned from that experience was I learned how to market the apps, and which is the biggest barrier for most app developers, is they can't get past 1,000 downloads. So I learned how to market apps, and I learned how to do this really effectively. In fact, so effectively that I was approached by a book publisher to write a book on it, and that's when I wrote a book on it, how to market the best book on iOS app marketing. So I'm not trying to pitch to you guys to go buy the book. I would give it freely to anyone who wants to see a copy of it, because it's not a big revenue stream for me or anything. But it's it was just kind of one of those opportunities where somebody approached me and said, "Hey, we want you to write a book," and I said, "Well, let me see what I can do." What does that sound?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
It's from Denmark. Actually, she's from Iceland chiming in. But hey, Michael, what I was wondering is, I'm sure you have a YouTube channel. Have you ever thought about doing maybe once a month, like I don't know, however long you wanted to do it? Like, I mean, you could even do something like Pleiadian fitness tips. I mean, this is something that's really important to people, and
yeah.
I mean, you just have a great motivating way about you, man. And I mean,
thank you.
Incredible.
You know,
I mean,
what I do
no
do,
judgment or.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I'm getting more into the side of spirituality with the way I'm projecting myself. I haven't been really projecting myself in that direction a lot. I've been watching you guys, and I've been somewhat active on the forums. So it's something that I'm going more into that direction. But I do have a Ustream where I talk about game development currently. On my PS4. I know it's superficial, right? But what I try to do is I try to help out a lot of people that are eager to get into the career of game development, and they're lost, and I'm just kind of giving my knowledge out to these people freely and my time to try and help them along their way. And every week I get people writing me and saying, "Thank you, you know, you've given me some direction. I didn't think there was hope," and that makes me feel good, right?
You know, Michael, if I could, I wanted to say just a few things. One is that you guys do an awesome job in the gaming industry. There's a tremendous amount of pressure upon you guys because they set these dates, right? Especially in those games where people are looking forward to the next installment. You know, we want to see Mass Effect 2. You know, we want to see Call of Duty 3. And I can tell you that as someone, you know, from the market, and I'm sure you know this, we don't mind waiting some time for a game to be developed and finished well. But you guys are put this pressure on you, which is August 11th is coming, and you have to cut corners and do this stuff. And in the end, like, I can tell you, there was never a game in my life I was more disappointed with than Mass Effect 3, because I played 1 and 2. And
oh
the
no, my
choices
friend
at the end
worked
of the
on
game.
that game.
No,
He was a
I'm telling
writer
you,
on that game.
I love 1 and 2, but and it may not have been him. It may have been from someone above him who was given the direction. And this is
Probably,
what
yeah.
we're talking about, is that because you just have to see that yourself, and you would feel the disappointment from the community. The outrage was huge because everything you did in 1 and 2, it mounted to squat at the end, and you just kind of felt really cheated that you invested that time and it didn't matter what you did. But one thing I did wanted to say as far as your application, when this is going to launch, and I wanted to ask Larry about this too, that we post this in the Pleiadians Rising and Leah Alien Tribes Pleiadians group, that you do a YouTube video about it. I would recommend, and I hope this speaks to you and to Larry, to get on the program with Michelle Whaling and to have her advertise that, so we can do as much free marketing and advertisement for this for you as possible. I appreciate that, guys.
But I keep my business separate from the Pleiadian stuff unless it's going to be helping humanity. I would rather. But as far as the animal thing goes, yeah, absolutely. When I do that app, I will be hitting you guys up for, hey, this is a good thing. It's good for animals, you know.
Yeah, that's what I meant, was for that particular application.
Gotcha, gotcha, yeah.
Yes.
And then on top of that, I think that serves man too, because here's how I look at that. Even though it's directly affecting animals, any opportunity that man has to help out another being, whether that's another human or another animal or whatnot, you're showing compassion. You're giving that person an opportunity to help another person. And that raises up vibration, am I right? That raises up spirit.
Yes.
So,
yes, absolutely.
So
for sure, man, for sure.
So here's the other thing. Aside from just doing the application for animals, that's going to be my training ground. And then I want to do something spiritual. To be honest with you, I've been working on games for 13 years. All of them have been about war and have been about killing and have been about competition and defeating the other guys, and I'm really sick of that theme. I hate playing the bad guy in all of these games. I really do. I mean, I do enjoy some Call of Duty. I do enjoy running around with my little virtual rifle and shooting other people and stuff. Not, but too many people are being brainwashed by this idea, and I want to offer an alternative. So there are some games out there that do a really nice job of non-violent gaming, right? And I think that me and the collective few of other people that may be really creative in this thought process may help me generate some ideas for games that would help elevate people on a spiritual level too. And that's the next thing that I want to do after the app that helps the animals.
Man, you know what? That sounds awesome. I'm still here, and you know, like, there are some games that have some, I don't know, just has some spiritual elements in it. Like you know, in Zelda, there's some amazing music to it, and about the interconnectivity with nature.
Yeah.
And the thing with Star Trek Online was that some people in that community got a little bit upset because they're like, look, you guys created these great starships, we have these massive battles, but wasn't the greatness of Star Trek the exploration and the diplomatic wing of taking these different alternatives?
Absolutely.
Maybe approach these people and say, look, you know, I know that this is a generation that's looking for these shoot 'em ups and these first-person shooters and so forth, but why don't we introduce these elements to show, you know, there are ways to advance a civilization and to advance a cause.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, that's just what it is. So what I'm thinking is, when I get through with that app and that becomes successful, and I can build off that with other new apps and ideas, because then you get a name out there, and when you get the name out there, then more press covers you for things, you know, because hey, you covered new ground, right? So that's why I would want to do something more spiritual, and I don't want to try and convince players to play the game. Oh, crap. Are you guys still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I had a crash on this log. So I don't want to try to convince regular players that are out there playing other games to, hey, do this one. What I want to do is just offer an alternative, just subtly, not necessarily try to sway them into that direction, but just here's a new type of game. You know, like when Guitar Hero came out, non-violent game. You know, you put it out there and they play it, right? Coincidentally, I worked on a couple non-violent games. I worked on a Guitar Hero for Facebook, which was called Instant Jam, and I was art director on that.
On that one.
Yes, by Instant Action, it went to beta and then it closed out. And I also worked on Earth and Beyond, which was kind of like an MMO, Star Wars, Star Trek MMO. It's really cool.
Well, hey, Michael, speaking of that, one of our fellow admins, she's the admin of Pleiadians UK, Victoria Pleiadian. She claims that she's working on a game, a Pleiadian game. I don't know what that would entail, but when you mentioned that just now, it made me think of that. Yeah, I wonder, you know, I mean...
Well, fantastic. I mean, I would love to. I would love to connect with her and see what she's doing, and then, you know, do some kind of joint venture to get something out there. That would be really cool.
And hey, Michael, if I could get your take on another thing, my 11-year-old daughter is what you would almost call a child prodigy at this game called Minecraft World of War. Minecraft, are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
What is your take on that game as far as spirituality goes?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. It's really non-violent. It's mostly about. Have you played it?
I've just watched my daughter play it a little bit, and I'm just blown away by it.
It's mostly about creativity.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's just about creativity. It's just about building things. It's like a big open sandbox of Lego bricks. I think there's these creatures that come out at night, and they try to kind of attack you or whatever, but you kind of dig a hole and you kind of keep yourself safe from them. It doesn't come with any instructions, so it's a lot about exploration and creativity. That's what the game is about, and it has phenomenal success. And the developer was made.
Okay.
Worry? No. You should be happy she's playing that. It's great for creativity. It's absolutely fantastic.
In the game that you mentioned, Earth and Beyond, who were your favorites between the Jinqua, the Projin, and the Terran?
I like the Terran the best.
Okay.
And if you ever were curious as to what artwork I've done in there, I did some of the ships. I did some of the gateways. I also did some of
the ship designs.
Not the designs. We had a concept artist do the designs, but I did the 3D modeling. And especially the interiors of the ships. That was my first job in the game industry, was modeling out the interiors of the ships. So you went into first-person perspective and you were looking through the cockpit, looking out into outer space, and you've seen the ship stuff around you. That was all my work on all 3 ships.
Man, that's so awesome.
It was a cool game. I missed that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you just wonder, like, because it gets a name, and once it gets a name to it, it's kind of like McDonald's, where it becomes convenient, and you go there and you have a horrible experience and swear you're never going to eat there again, and then you do. And then you get a lot of games that, you know, it may not have the hype and the publicity, or at E3 or whatever, it doesn't, you know, score huge marks. And I picked up a lot of things before where I was just like, wow, you know, why didn't this game get more, you know, reviews or... But I think, honestly, like, having that, and you look even at Star Trek as an MMO or something like that, it's a huge universe, or even to explore a new lure. One thing I thought was very interesting was the Dark Elf trilogy with the elf Drizzt Do'Urden, who is actually a very spiritual and religious person in his society that was, like, very, very cool. And I was really, you know, I wasn't really into that so much, but a person gave me that book. I went through it when I was coming to Asia, and reading a lot of it on the plane in the airports, and I just couldn't put it down, and it was really amazing.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I haven't read through that. But...
You know, Michael, speaking of video games, I wanted to ask you, too, when you were growing up, because you're about 5 years older than I am, you look about 20 years younger, by the way, than I am, but were you ever into playing, like, Pong or Pac-Man or the
Yeah, of course, bro. That's how I started, right?
Cubert and Donkey Kong, yeah.
Cubert, Donkey Kong, all in the arcades, yep. I remember all those.
Yeah.
Michael, Luke is here with us, and he's listening, but he cannot speak on the mic, but he wanted me to say... what's the coding language for the games? I have known MQL4 and programmed several tools to trade Forex.
Man, most of the coding language is done on C++ for most PC games. But for apps and like iPhone apps and stuff, it's usually done through Xcode and C#, but they just came out with a new code language. I don't do code. I do art for games, but I work with coders. So I know a little bit about this, but you can't ask me any code questions because I will be lost. But yeah, mostly C++ is the one that they mainly use, and Java and C++.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. No, that was on behalf of Luke because he was just typing in text.
Sure, you bet. Hey, my battery's gonna die here in a sec, so I just wanted to let you guys know if you have any last questions before it goes.
We wanted to see you work out one more time.
I don't think I would make it all the way back upstairs in time because like I gotta walk like 4 minutes to get up there.
Hey, bro, I was just gonna say one thing real quick, man. Much love to you, and I'm glad you came on. But what I was gonna do too, what I was in the process of doing, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna send you a request for you to friend Victoria Pleiadian, and for her to friend you. Absolutely. And I'm going to let her know exactly what the deal is and all that. And, man, hey, brother, it was really enlightening meeting you and inspiring. I mean, like hearing you talk. Thank you. I can't even exaggerate that enough. Yeah, I love you, man. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate that. I love you guys, man. I really love what you're doing with the site and everything. This is fantastic. I really want to help raise the vibrations on this planet. I think all of our goals are aligned with that. And I know I've had a spiritual calling since as far back as 4 or 5 years old. And I think you guys feel the same way, and that's why we're all collectively here together. And we're going to do that. We're going to do just that. And I'm going to use my tools and what I know best to do that. And video games is my way of communicating with people because it's the medium of choice that I've pursued as a career in this life, and I've done pretty good at it. So I think that I can reach a lot of people through that. And you know, collectively, if we can come up with some ideas and stuff for something like that, I think we could do really phenomenal. You know.
Awesome.
Amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah, totally.
And I wanted to say too, Michael, you know, you really are literally, you know, the term godsend really means a lot because I was going through some things, and I really appreciate, you know, standing there and standing firm for the love and light. and what you do, and our hearts are in sync with no doubt about that. And I just really feel that intuitively connected to you. And I was wondering, just if possible, I know your battery's getting ready to die, if you could stand there and do a pose for the ladies while Larry plays a special song for you. Just one. Are you ready, Larry?
Okay.
Okay, I need T minus. I need 10 seconds. Okay, 10. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh shit! It's still winding up on YouTube. Damn. Okay, I might need. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Many innovations.
Oh, dude, no.
It's an infomercial, but it's skipping past that. Don't worry, we're getting warmed up here.
It's cool. Let me go out by the pool before it dies.
5.
Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
What is this music? What are you guys doing to me? I hear some music playing in the background. What is it?
It is He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
He-Man.
I know, you're sitting there thinking, I'm gonna get revenge.
Alright, you guys are crazy.
We love you, bro. Thank you for being on with us.
I love you guys. Namaste. Your words.
Love you
words
too,
are very
brother.
kind.
Thank you.
You, sir. And yeah. I think I'm already friends with all of you guys, and if not, just send me a friend request, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you
Okay.
later.
All right.
Bye.
Much love, man. Well, wow. I can certainly see why you wanted me to play that. He does look like Prince Adam, doesn't he, in He-Man?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like because they're wanting to cast somebody at it, and you know, if he gets in the right circles, why not? And
I didn't be to it then.
yeah, they are going to they're redoing He-Man, and so you know, Michael would be a really great cast for that. I think. I mean,
Perfect. You know, I mean, I can't think of anybody else who would be better. Maybe like 25 years ago or 30 years ago, Dolph Lundgren that played Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, but I can't. Yeah, I mean, he would be perfect for it.
he actually played the original He-Man. You knew that, right?
Yes, actually, that's true. That is actually true. That is true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, it just now hit me. Wow, God, I'm getting older than I thought I was. Huh.
But yeah, it would be great. This app that he's talking about for helping the animals is definitely a phenomenal idea, and that's what I was meaning. Not because I understand that, and you got to respect someone like that who's like, look, I'm keeping my work separated from this, but I think he is in tune with that. So it would be great if you could have him on the show with Michelle when he launches that, and we do some kind of push and advertisement where we can to just use the the internet and the tools we have to be able to get that out there. And Luke, whatever you can do on your side too to push this application when he launches that, I think it's a great idea. You know, if you're going to be on a train or airplane or a bus on there for hours, or just, many people got their faces into their smartphones, so at least be doing something that's going to be helpful and loving, and especially helping the animals.
You know, I agree, Jason, totally. And I mean, I don't even mind. I know he's such a humble guy, total Pleiadian, you can tell, but I don't even mind plugging like, along with that, I mean, if he comes up with a new app that's maybe not related, I don't mind doing that. I mean, I think that's what we do for each other. And I mean, I think it would be great to plug whatever he's doing, I mean, as long as he was comfortable with it. And I wanted him to understand that we don't mind doing that, because that's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And if I have your attention for a second, I wanted to talk to you about something I was trying to hit you up with last night.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
Yes.
the idea of that, you have this, it's essentially a talk show radio program, and I think it's going to get better and better as you go along with this. And the other thing I was looking at is an extension, as I just mentioned to you, such as Pleiadian Press, which is, you get all these people coming in and they can't help it. They have to tell you the latest news and the sky is falling and all of that. And that's fine, but it would be interesting if that was done from a Pleiadian perspective and take. So then that way it's, filled with love and light. It gives a perspective. Tell people not to be caught up in this left versus right Hegelian dialectic, us, them, good guys, bad guys, and look beyond that. Like the recent incident of the Malaysian airlines that was shot down over Ukraine. So these kind of things, and then just maybe other things that are related. And ultimately, I think that you could have, a master site where you're including all things Pleiadian and Pleiadian related, even things that we may not necessarily vibe with or agree with, but it's like just like you have all of the different pages for the different groups, right? So you have
Right.
this master list, and then you also have like I'm trying to remember his name. Is it Billy Meyer, right? So I, for one, may not always agree with what he has claimed, but at least it's still relevant because it's tied in with the whole thing about Palladians, and it connects people all together.
Exactly. And for the record, not to interrupt you, for the record, that's my take on Meyer too. I totally agree. I think you and I are on the same page as far as Meyer goes, but it's definitely a part of it, and it can be tied in. And yeah, I completely agree, man. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's sort of like when you go and look at a Wikipedia or WikiLinks, they give all relevant information on what's going on. So like a master list of the channelers and the healers and the different sites and things like that, and then tie that in all together and maybe get a few people, because some people, I feel my strength is expressing myself in creative writing, and I would be more than happy to be with some other people who want to do that. And maybe this is what we can propose to those people, rather than, because Luke and I had to delete several posts after posts in the Palladians Rising group. And we meant no offense to the gentleman. It's just that it's not the vibe of the group. But maybe we can approach them and say, look, would you be interested, instead of posting these copy paste these articles that you're seeing, wouldn't you be interested in writing your own perspective on these events, and then submitting them and going from there?
No, I think that's a great idea, and it really puts the ball back in their court, the way I look at it. I mean, exactly. You're empowering them, you're giving them a voice, and you're making them, if their intention is truly to help humanity from their perspective, you're giving them the opportunity and the voice to do that. No, I completely agree about that, totally. And I think that anybody out there who's interested in such a thing should let us know. And, it could be something where we do a broadcast, even every day, the Pleiadian press or whatever, Pleiadian news press, whatever, from the Pleiadian perspective. I mean, we can iron that out, but no, I think this is a great idea, and it must be synchronicity, because like I said, I had kind of thought of that a little bit, and then I thought, would that really tie along? And then when you made that post, it's like, okay, well, it hit me then, consciousness was speaking to me, and something like this really needs to be done, and I think it's the next phase in what we're doing, whether we want to do that every day or once a week or, a couple times a week. These are things that can be ironed out, but I think it's a wonderful idea.
We just take it in steps, maybe like not every day at the beginning, but once a week, and then as it catches on, and then we go from there, and then it'd be like, your source for Pleiadian news, or even, your source for Starseed news, and this kind of thing, perspective on the changes in Gaia from the perspective of the light workers and the light beings who are here on the planet. So that's what you do, because the media really is about doom and gloom, and that's it, so and so had offed her husband today, and these people put their baby in a dumpster, and and it's
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, it's like, why you just wonder, why do they feel it's important to inform people of this? It's
Yeah,
one
and it
thing to
makes
tell
us
people.
sour to it too, and we get to the point where like we don't even want to see it. We just want to delete it. But this may be that bridge to giving them a voice and making us feel like it's relevant as well to say something like this. Now, I mean, is this an idea that you think that maybe we should do a first show on, get together and do a first show on, or maybe propose it to the group who wants to be involved? Or, I mean, these are things going through my ACD, ODD mind right now.
Propose it to the groups, get people involved, send it
Okay.
out to them, say, look, own this, this is ours, own up to this, you got a voice, you've got a talent for writing, you've got a way of threading these things together, and what we want is to be positive. That's the main thing. It's got to be positive and energetic. Or if you're introducing that these things that go on that are quite disheartening, then what can we do about it? It's like what we were saying before, no drive-by shootings. If you're going to come by and offer some criticism, then offer something constructive that can be done in place. Don't just say, well, Larry, that's the wrong way to paint your wall. Show Larry the correct way to paint the wall. Offer some suggestions. So this is what we need, and I think it would be a great idea to just send it out there to the masses and tell them, uh, own this and be involved in it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. Yeah, and I think that's something we should probably do right away, and at least but before the weekend's over, get that out there and let people know. I mean, you already have kind of put the feelers out there, so yeah, I agree.
We're changing the landscape, brother.
Change in the landscape, man. Hey, the only thing constant is change. It's the only thing constant,
That's
you
what I
know?
believe.
Yeah, it's
So
yeah.
wouldn't it be good if we could get Sif in here? I still have time. I don't know about Luke. I don't know about yourself, Larry. But to make this a really productive program, to get Sif in here, or Kiki, or others who are really working hard to try to make this Pleiadian Woodstock happen. And so this is what we can do. Yeah, and like Luke was saying, this is one thing we have been, what he just typed that you saw there, we have been doing regular meditation sessions and Pleiadians Rising, and we can do this in the main Pleiadian page if you're open to that, and Mia
Yes.
would be open to that, because I really do, when I did this with Luke, felt such a loving connection to him and put Luke before myself. And we have this mantra, which is, I'm no better than anyone else, I am everything. And so you're saying this in your heart and in your consciousness while you're listening to this, and it's very, very beautiful. I mean, the remarks that people had from going through these meditation sessions were just amazing. So if we're going to be online, sometimes for hours on end, it's good to take that break and to get recentered and refocused and rebalanced, because there's a lot of different energies that come and go, and sometimes something can rub us the wrong way, and before we know it, we find ourselves in a state of discord with others where we didn't intend to be. And I think that this is a really good thing.
Yeah, no, totally, I agree. In fact, I just messaged Sif to see if she would come back in for a minute, and I'm not sure if she'll get the message or not. The internet connection in Denmark seems to be really shoddy. I know I had interviewed another gentleman on the PEP a long time ago from Denmark, and it was just all kinds of problems, and I don't know what it is, but maybe it is one of those fluke coincidences, but there seems to be an issue with the internet connection in Denmark. So that might not be possible right now on this show to get her back in there, although I'm trying, and I would love to have her come back in for a minute and get some of this hashed out. But
You
yeah,
got the
well,
email that, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, but at least there's always Michael. No, go ahead.
Yeah, there's the email that I sent Sif. You got that and looked over those
Yes,
points, right?
right. No, they're great points, definitely. And as far as my conversation with her goes, or went, she's got something lined up Monday to talk to some people about. And no, these are all things that, and I also forwarded a copy of that to Kiki, I do believe. our admin in Scandinavia, Netherlands, Pleiadian. So, in which she's been real helpful with some of her ideas and some of the things she wants to put in place. And so right now it's just a matter of two. We had the manifestation phase, and now I think we're heading into the coordination phase of all this,
Yeah,
So,
manifestation, coordination. The third will be collective fundraising, because if we want to have a stage, with music and speakers, that is going to cost money, and that's where we're going to have to look to try to pool our sources. But when you've got 27,000 people in a group, I was even just thinking, like, if everybody there contributed $2. I mean, let's be honest, some of us are really down and out and having difficult times, but $2, and so you took 26,000 times two, you would have something to work with there, and to try to get these tent cities, or the porta potties, or the places for the restrooms, the makeshift showers. These are things that realistically will cost. So we have to look at that and try to get different quotes. And go ahead. I know you want to say something.
yeah, I was foaming at the mouth. I was even going to say, with a little bit of notice, I mean, could you imagine if everybody could put together $5? I mean, seriously, like $5 that was committed. I mean, it would, or if somebody could only give two, somebody else could pitch in that other couple. But if everybody could give $5 towards this, man, I mean, it would just be out of this
So what
world.
what would need to be done in that regards is, because so many people have been, I mean, even for me, I'm just going to come on the air and say this, that, and hopefully the universe will send it back in the intention in which it was given. I mean, even if someone ripped me off for $5, I'm not really gonna scream a lot about that. But we live in a world where there's so many charlatans in this. If you don't send me money right now, I'm gonna die, and Jesus is not gonna be happy with me.
Mhm.
But I mean, if we can somehow come up with something where people can see that the individual or the group or whomever is going to hold on to this and collect these funds, and then if at any point they say, you know what, I want to pull out of this, I don't want that, give me my $5 back, okay, it can be remitted to them. But I think that yeah, even $5 is not asking a lot. And if you took around 25,000 people times five, I mean, you really have something to work with to be able to get this stage, get some bands together, have some speakers come and talk to us, have the tent city set up, have just the logistics of it in place. So manifestation, coordination, fundraising.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think that this is good that we're talking about it, because the more we talk about it, the more ideas that we come up with, and the more organized we get. You know what I mean? I mean, we've come a long way, and we just need to keep it going. Totally.
I think one day, if we can, we should, excuse me, yourself, me, Sif, Kiki, and some others who would like to be interested to discuss it, Luke, Michael, Jane, or whomever. And even if we can get the Honorable Leah Alien Tribe to speak on it, would be excellent, because she was talking just a small taste about the pod cities that she was talking about, which is quite interesting. And see, like, how we can get this out there and make this thing manifest and happen. And because there's quite a new people too in the Pleiadians Rising group that don't know about this Pleiadian Woodstock, so we need to make that known to them and get them interested in this.
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree. Yeah, it's definitely something we need to get going on. And I mean, this could be something that, there might be a wild card out there, somebody with some ideas that we haven't thought of yet, or some connections, and we're never going to know unless we get it out there, and subtly just hint at it all the time, like we need to do.
Yes, absolutely. Can you give me a second? I'm just going to go and grab something to drink.
Yeah, exactly, me too. My mouth is like dry. Yeah, I'm parched after watching Michael work out.
Old Milwaukee beer. I'm telling you, one thing that is a blessing in
What
Singapore is
old Milwaukee beer?
no, coconut
okay.
juice.
I was going to say they've got America's finest over there, huh?
Yeah, out of all of the beers in America, let's import some old Milwaukee, some old style.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Okay, Sif is going to try to get back online here for a second. She is having trouble with her tablet, so
Let's see if Kiki is anywhere around.
yeah, let me hook her. Let me connect with her real quick, and we can see if she would be able to get on. I don't think I was trying to get her on one time, and I was having some issues, but I will. Like anybody gives a shit listening to that, they're just like, get her on and let's get going with it. Anyway, okay, let's see. Because if I was listening, you know, I'd be like, who cares about your issues? Just get her on. Yeah, I sound like I'm teasing the crowd. Well, we're going to try to get them hooked up on. We're going to try to get them on, but
He promised us.
Yes, he promised us, yes. You made me promises. Yeah.
Well, you know, that was really great being able to talk to and connect with Michael like that.
Yeah, really, wasn't it though, man? I'm telling you, what a great asset. And I really, you know, I would hope even with some fitness tips, I mean, he really makes it, you get a vibe from him. You get a real energy vibe from him just watching him and listening to him because there's no judgment. But yeah, his actions and his just persona, it speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Totally.
There's a truth to this, you know, energy breeds energy, and staying on top of, you know, your health and your fitness, it really does make you feel a lot better about things. Also, as Luke is pointing out here, drinking water, drinking a lot of water. Are you still there?
Yes. Yeah, it faded for a second, but I'm still here, bro.
And the thing is Victoria Pleiadian is also in the Pleiadian Risings group as an admin, so she does know Michael. Michael knows her, but if she's listening to this too, love, light, and good health to you, Victoria. She just got out of the hospital for some surgery, so for all of those listening out there, please send your love, light, healing meditations. May her whole entire carbon-based being be encased in love and light and healing, and may the healing reach all throughout every one of her molecules and atoms. Whatever is going on in her heart and her mind, may it be clean and purified, and may she come back stronger than ever. Victoria, we love you and we send out love to you.
Absolutely, we love you, Victoria. And you know what? Thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for shining your light on us. And you know, if there's anything we can possibly do to help you, I know that, you know, you're recovering right now, and I've got your back with Pleiadians UK, and I'm really thankful that you're in Jason's group as well, Pleiadians Rising, and I'm very thankful that you're one of the admins too on the Light Grid project, and we love you, Victoria, and thank you. I know that your sweet words have helped me a lot, and so I'm just very grateful for you if you're listening, and thank you so much.
Doesn't she got some of the most amazing eyes, though, honestly? Like,
oh, man. Her hair, she looks like, and she told me she was from Electra, which, you know, speaking of Billy Meyer, the Billy Meyer crew that landed here in 75, you had some Yossi the blonde, you had some brunettes with them, too. And she told me that she was from Electra, and that really, she looks like one of the brunettes that were on that crew with some Yossi, and it's just really amazing, her non-judgmentalness and her complete wisdom, and you can just tell, you know, in your gut, you can just tell when you run into a family member, and definitely with her, I get that feeling as I know you do as well, and yeah, exactly, I agree. I don't know what more I can say about it, but it's amazing. And here's Sif, by the way. We don't have Sif for long, so Jason hit it.
Yes, Sif, I just wanted to say, first is it's the first time speaking to you, love and light to you, and namaste, and it's a very good chance to be able to connect with you. and maybe to take some of our mutual time to speak about the Pleiadians Woodstock.
If I'm able to hang in here, yes. Having a big problem with my dear tablet. Yeah.
So this the list that I gave you with some points, was that helpful in some ways
Yeah,
and
very
as a
much.
framework? Okay, okay. Because
And we
that
were. You go
go on,
ahead.
go on, please. Ladies first.
There's a delay in my sound, so yeah. It's helpful because I get asked all kinds of questions. My fellow Icelanders are very curious, so it's very helpful to have some little something to rely on when you call and ask for. But it's a big thing. It's many people coming together, and there are many things that have to be taken into consideration.
Yes,
So
and
it's a good thing to do.
and I'm sure they have their concerns, and whatever concerns they have, like if we approach a town council or a mayor or wherever the vicinity of the location is, as just as I mentioned to you, that we're not going to be, I mean, I will admit, I think there probably sometimes we're going to be loud, but not rowdy, and we're not going to bring elements of negativity, to any community or anything like that. And I think that's important for them to understand. And ultimately, we'd like to be able to have a list of people who have attended, to be able to give that to authorities, that they can see, okay, these are the people who are there and who are on the list. And I think that's important for us too, because sometimes you get people who will hear about something and then they'll just show up, and we don't know their energy or what kind of element that they're going to bring to that, and we have to be on guard of that, because as they say, a few bad apples spoil the bunch. And I just want to reiterate over and over the importance of
Absolutely.
letting any town council, any mayor, anybody who's going to be approving this Pleiadian Woodstock gathering, that we want to do this in the fullest spirit of love and light and peace and interaction, and be the utmost respectful to the great nation of Iceland, to the spirit and beautiful people of Iceland, and that we come with the and act in the best of intentions, and when we part, it's with the best of intentions and love.
Right,
Yes.
and also let them know that we do have
I think
Michael for
that's
security.
understood. Besides, Icelanders are known for partying, so the idea is attractive enough.
Oh, really? Wow. Hey,
Yeah.
Jwill, even better. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Well, it's good to know that a country that doesn't spend a lot of money on military has a big budget for good wine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. And Sif, do you think the atmosphere, do you think the people will be
Oh,
receptive
this
to
sound
this?
is so bad, guys. I'm falling in
Yeah,
and out all the time.
yeah. Well, we appreciate what you were able to share with us, and we just want to make sure that, like Jason said, to the loving, respectful people of Iceland, that we've chosen Iceland because, well, for
Yeah,
lots of
I
various
do.
reasons. There's a complete enlightenment vibe about that country that no other quite has on earth, to be quite frank, at this point. And I just think as a
Yeah, I
collective
hope
that,
this will
and I know,
work.
yeah, Iceland chose us. Yes, as Jason has pointed out to me before, Iceland really chose us. And we've talked about this, I know, at length for hours privately, Jason and I have, and it just everything is completely right about this, about the location. And of course there's other locations around the world that might be okay for future events such as this, but I really think it's important that Iceland be the original and be the first, just for so many reasons that I don't have time to get in to go into, nor does your internet connection have the time to put up with. But it just, everything's so right about it, when you put all judgment aside and you put all, well, my area would be better, this area would be better, that area, but everything is just right with it. Yeah, I agree. I think that magical things will happen at this event. I really do, and I don't mean just building bonds and interacting. No sound coming in. Well, I'm just going to say this. I think that Iceland will be magical, Pleiadian style, and I'll leave that. Sif, can you hear us? No, that internet connection in Denmark. When are you Danes going to fix your internet?
I'm trying to speak. No.
Okay, go.
Everything's frozen.
Hurry up, go. Sit, you're here.
I can hear you. I can hear you, but I. Okay.
Well, we can hear you talk. Whatever you know, spill.
It's just so typical.
Yeah, go for it. We can hear you. We can hear your laughter. Go for it.
I can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you. Say it.
Yeah, laughter is not enough.
Sif, I'm not a very good singer, but I just want to say what you want to say, and let the words come out. I want to hear you.
Yes, we want to hear you. The masses are waiting. They're wanting a curtain call. Come on.
At least teach us how to say the capital of Iceland correctly.
Yeah, so we can put it to Jane Hermstad. Yeah, tell us how to say the capital of Iceland correctly, please. How do you really say it? Well, Jason, I think we're going to have to figure that out for another day. Whether it's Reykjavik, or Reykjavik, like Jane likes to call it. You know, it's all the same. It's a great place, and I can't wait to be somewhere within, half hour of that great, wonderful city.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, the scenery there, the vibe, everything. And for those who may not have, Iceland is the only nation on this planet that doesn't have a military. They have a U.S. naval base there due to some agreement long ago with Iceland being a member of NATO. Iceland is very hard on the banksters, those who have been taking people's money and ripping and robbing them left, right, and center, and they've absolutely shown given no quarter to CEOs of banks and others that want to bleed a country dry. So no particular country is 100% perfect, but when you look at countries like Iceland or Sweden and the things that they do and make manifest, it's ideal. And the northern lights, the amount of activity that we see in the sky that is not from satellites or from planes. Larry knows what I'm talking about. So
yeah, big time.
We believe that this is a real great golden opportunity for us to get together. I had a really great conversation with Jane Hermstad. She actually believes people are going to meet the love of their life there, and she honestly believes there will be people who will move to other countries, and some of them will end up getting married. This is what she believes will manifest. So I was like, wow, that's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, if Jane says it, I really do believe it, and I think that on a mass scale like this, if we pull this thing off, I mean, it's got to be the case. I mean, I can't imagine that it wouldn't happen like that. I mean, I think that's exactly what we would see, and also loves of life confirmed, things of that nature, and yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great, wonderful thing, and here we go, brother.
So should we close the the session with that song one more time. This time, make sure they can hear it, and we dedicate this song to you, Michael.
Yes, we should. In fact, you know what? I think that that's a dang good idea, and I think that I'm going to pull it up right now. I've got, let's hope that YouTube and Facebook cooperate with us right now, and I think, well, so far Facebook has. So it's coming on, and
while you're doing that, I just
we'll
wanted
probably
to say
have to
once again, it was a pleasure to be on here with you again, Larry, and I really appreciated Luke joining us, as well as the Lady Sif. Brian from Pleiadian Rising stepped in for a bit and then stepped out. And Larry, once again, thank you so much, and it's always a pleasure to be able to work creatively with you to make these things manifest. And continued love and light to you. Namaste.
And much love and light to you, Namaste. And as always, yours truly, Rockin' Larry Locken with Pleiadian Express Productions. For Jason Wilson, Sif Gunnarsdottir, Luke Lavell, Michael Amerson, and everybody that listened, much love to everyone, and we'll see you next time. And Michael, this one is for you. You're perfect for this role.